Hello everybody and welcome to our 10-day super duper split practice. This is the session number 2. And we are going to start like we did last time with a little cardio movement practice. Again, step your legs here to the side, and instead of bending and straightening this time, we are going side to side, placing the hands on the hips here, and just gently move side to side. Doesn't have to be a very big movement, just enough to make your thighs kick in. And from here, we're going to step to parallel, arms to the side, come down to a squat, step back here to your wide straddle and deep squat. So we'll repeat this a few times. Step the legs together, come down into a squat, step back out, deep squat, and step the legs together, deep squat. Heels can come off the floor here, star shape, and bend. And again, parallel, squat, star shape, and bend. Parallel, squat, star shape, and squat 2 more times. And parallel, squat, star shape, bend, and parallel, squat, star shape, bend. Very good. I hope your heart is beating a little bit and your thighs are feeling the squats. So now come here to the side of your mat or wherever you are practicing. And again, from here, we're now going to roll down using the weight of the head, going as far as possible. And once you feel like you've reached your maximum level of mobility, bend the knees generously and find a resting place for your upper body on the thighs. Take a few deep breaths, finding that fold here and finding a sense of ease. Maybe you have to bend the legs a little bit more. Maybe you want to straighten the legs a little bit. Wherever you are, from here, we are again coming into a deep squat. This time we are actually bringing the whole weight a little further front. Bringing the knees to the floor, coming back to the squat, and from here, using the weight of the head to straighten the legs. Again, here you can use blocks. You can have them ready here by your side so that you can start off with the squat, hands to the front, bring the knees to the floor, walk the hands back, place them on your blocks, straighten using the weight of the head. Okay, one more time, squat and hands to the front, knees to the floor, back to the squat, straight, and then walk the hands wider than shoulder width and step the legs here wider than hip width apart. And we're now going to step the legs in towards the hands. You come as close as possible. You don't have to keep the legs straight here. So it's just bend, bend, and bend, bend to the back. Step in, step step back and back. One more time, step in, step back, step back. Now, next time we are trying to straighten the legs. As you step in, you step to the front and step in. We try to straighten as much as possible. Step back, in, straighten, back, back. One more time, in, straighten, and back. Okay, great. Let the knees come here down to the floor and sit. Come to a cross-legged sitting position here. Bring the flat parts here, bottom of the feet together. Sit up very straight, wiggle a little bit from side to side. Very, very straight. So if you want to stay here, that's totally okay. Straight spine is the most important thing. If you want to now, you can take the left hand, place it on your right foot on the floor, and with the right hand, push your knee down. So that's step number 2. If you want to take it a little further, you can bring the upper body closer to your feet here, keeping the pushing hand here on my right knee straight. And if you want to, you can come and place your elbow all the way on the floor. Coming into a twist and a stretch for the back of the hips. Release. Same thing on the other side. So step 1, you stay here with a very, very straight spine, just placing both hands here on the shins, pulling yourself maybe a little bit further front. That's totally enough. Step 2 is right hand on left foot and push the left knee down. And then if you want to, you can come all the way to the floor with the elbow twist. Maybe you want to take the eyes up towards the ceiling. Okay, cool. And come out of this stretch. We'll do one more cross-legged variation and a thigh stretch. So now I place my left leg close to me, right leg a little bit further in front. And so I'll treat my shins as the new front. So the straight part here at the top of your leg, this is my new front. I'll turn my hips. I'm not really turning my hips, but I think that I'm turning my hips so that my upper body comes towards the leg in a slight diagonal. And hold this. And then come out of the stretch, change legs. Same thing. My left leg is a little bit further away from me. I treat it as the new front, my shin as the new front, and lean to the front. Keep pushing the knee down in this diagonal stretch. Okay, great. Very good. Now from here, make your way to standing via a squat. Straight legs. And then again, we bend the knees and we roll up through the spine slowly. And now find somewhere to balance on. Can be the wall or a piece of furniture. And from here, lift your right foot off and grab the back of the foot here. So step 1 is keeping the hips here, the thighs parallel. So my thighs aren't moving front or back. They are staying in line, just as if I was standing. And from here, tuck the hips. So tucking the hips means moving the hip bones closer to your ribs, crunching the front of the stomach, squeezing the glutes. From here, this is step 1, tuck the hips and stay here. Step number 2, keep the hips tucked, but move the knee a bit further back. So that's not doing a beautiful arched back position, but a more functional stretch for the thigh, where you keep the hips tucked, you keep your stomach engaged, and you don't change, you keep your spine neutral, and you move the knee back. You can move the upper back a little bit to the front, but the important thing is that your knee moves back, and the less you move your upper body, the more intense this stretch is going to be. When you are here in this position or in the other position, flex your foot and try to retuck the hips one more time. Okay, very good. Let's change leg. Same thing. Step 1 is taking hold of the foot. Step 1 is keeping the knees here level with each other and tuck the hips. And step 2 is to bring the knee a little bit further back. Keep the stomach engaged, neutral spine, and now flex the foot, tuck the hips a little bit more, and try now as well, if you want to deepen the stretch even more, then press your foot here, the back foot, into your hand while tucking the hips a lot. Okay, great, and release. If you feel this is straining your knees, then always lessen the stretch. Sometimes in all of these positions, the knees can be in very awkward positions. If that is ever the case, always release the stretch a little bit or put something under your knee to protect it with padding, okay? So now let's come to the floor, to our wonderful preparation lunge position here, which we will do every time because it's such a very basic and important exercise for the splits. So in your basic lunge position here, again, find a good position for your knee. We will not lift the knee off this time, but we will try to really increase the stretch across the front of the hip. So it's useful to try and straighten the back leg once, just to see how far you might be able to slide back already. Yeah, maybe you are here and you can actually slide already to here. So from this position now, if you can, again, I give you two options. Option number one, I've got my left leg in front of me, and then you place the left hand on the knee, the right hand on the floor. This is option number one, and then you really push this part of your hips here to the floor, kind of as if you want to completely flatten yourself here on that side towards the floor. That's option number one. You can then place both hands here on the side, move the hands a little further off to the side here, and then take that stretch into a deeper position, aiming at pushing the hips down towards the floor here. And then come back, place the hands both next to your foot and straighten the front leg. Straighten the front leg, and let's wiggle a little bit here. Adjust the position of the front leg. Maybe you need to adjust the knee at the back as well in a position that feels possible. Sharp pain or pressure on the joints or anything that feels like you want to hold your breath in an attempt to protect your body is the wrong position, okay? So the correct stretching position is a position that feels possible. And from here now as well, let's place both hands to the inside of the leg, walk a bit further to the side, and try to deepen that stretch into a diagonal. Come back, place the hands next to the leg, and again, one more time, lunge. Either the hand on the knee or the hands by your side. Hip comes closer to the floor. Try to straighten the front leg a little bit more and then release, just to check whether you are in the right position, and maybe you are already able to slide a little bit deeper. Yeah, as we keep doing these stretches, ideally, I hope so, you will keep discovering that you can deepen the stretch or that particular position. Walk the hands back one more time, straight leg. Now, in this position, I would like to encourage you to turn the hips slightly towards your right hand. So if you've got your left leg in front of you, I'm turning my hips towards the right hand and then back, squaring the leg. Towards the right hand, squaring the leg. And one more time towards the right hand, squaring the leg. And then come back to your lunge position here. Release the leg, and we do the same thing on the other side. So find your starting lunge position, move a little bit back and front, straighten the back leg once to see whether you are in a good position. And then from here, I've got my right leg in front. Place your right hand on top. Or place both hands on the floor, a little bit off to the side, and push your left hip towards the floor. So this is not me arching my back. If you feel pressure in your lower back, then you are not doing this right. Then you need to pull the navel to the spine a little bit to stabilize your core. This is a stretch for the front of your hips. You might also feel it a little bit here on the other leg in your thighs. All right, and bring the hands back. Let's come back here. Straight leg. And then from here, place both hands again on the inside. Walk them a little bit off to the side. So your hip bones are like headlights. In this position, they're pointing to the front. And now I am pointing them into a diagonal position here. Then I'm pointing my hip bones back to the front. Headlights diagonal. Headlights face front. Headlights diagonal. Okay, bring your hands back one more time. Lunge, hand on the knee or hands here off to the side. Push your hips closer to the floor. So I've got my right leg bent in front here, and it will be my left hip that I'm trying to push down to the floor. Bring the hands back. And one more time, straight leg. Hands off to the side. Headlights diagonal, headlights front. Headlights diagonal, headlights front. Headlights diagonal, headlights front. Bend the leg, come out of this, and let's just sit back here on the heels. Once, wiggle a little bit from side to side. Maybe you want to really create a very compact position once, or you can come to child's pose. It's really finding that compactness again before we do our resistance stretches. Okay, and come out of the position. Find your position lying on your back with elastic or scarf. And this time, let's start with the other leg. Let's start with the left. So we'll increase now to 8 seconds. So it will be an 8-second stretch and 8 seconds resistance push. So the leg on the floor is straight and the top leg is being pulled towards you. Let's hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Push into the scarf for 1, 2, 3. Push, 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 push. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And pull the leg closer to you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And one more time. Push, 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 push. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And release one more time. Pull towards you for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fabulous. Let's swap legs. Right leg is above you. The left leg is on the floor, very straight. Neither the hip nor the knee lift off. Pull the leg towards you for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Push, push, push away. Push into the scarf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release. Pull towards you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And push, 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 push. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bend the knee. Release. Bring both knees into the chest. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then come back here to sitting. Find your blocks or the elevation you are using, and then let's do splitsy splits. Okay, we find our starting lunge position. And then test once, do you have good support here with your hands? First, slide the back leg into position. Check again, do you have good support here with the hands? Wiggle the front leg in position. And now, as you are here in your well-supported position, lift the chest and then alternate, trying to slightly straighten the back leg, more sliding it back and flexing and pointing the front leg just gently. It's really just for the purpose of sliding deeper into the position. Find your maximum position here where you can hold while still breathe, and we hold together for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Lift your chest and look up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lift yourself out of the position and swap legs. Same procedure. We find our starting lunge. Check, do you have good support in the arms? Slide the back leg further back. Straighten it to slide. Check, do you have good support in the hands? And then wiggle the front leg to straighten. Maybe you want to flex and point twice. Finding your maximum split position here. Lift the chest, look up, and hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And lift yourself out of the position. Very good. Great. Let's come one more time here, either to a child's position or you've got the elbows close to you. Sit bones on the heels, wiggle from side to side. Okay, very well done. We held 10 seconds in our starting split position. That's already great. And come out of your child's position variation. So again, feel free to repeat this session. So this was our first 10-second split hold. If you found that very, very challenging, then definitely repeat this, as in the next sessions we're going to hold it longer. So, but pretty much you already did all of this work here, finding your entry into the splits position. That's really, really good. And from now on, we can really work towards pushing the flexibility safely. Thank you for practicing with me, and see you in the next session.